What's good, Raider Nation? Welcome to Monday Night Madness. We are going to recap training camp and look ahead to the Raiders' first preseason game.
Monday Night Madness is where your voice takes the mic. This platform is for the dysfunctionally passionate Raider fan to provide their overreactive analysis, provide their emotional persuasiveness, and a chance to be grossly opinionated. When you take the mic, your hot take doesn't necessarily reflect the beliefs of all of Raider Nation or of this show. There might be cussing, arguing, and fans appearing on camera that aren't camera ready. Everyone is welcome to take the mic and join the madness.
If there's anything we've ever done that I'm particularly proud of, I would have to say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders, to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others.
I think this journey is the most special because there's not a lot of people that have the opportunity playing in high school and college and then pro and then being injured and starting coaching as a young coach.
Can portray me any way they want because I don't give a damn. I am what I am, and until those people touch me close enough, they'll never know what I am. If they want to see me in this interview or in a newspaper article and say, what's the matter with this guy? Let them say it. But don't you analyze me and don't you tell me what I am until you get close enough to understand what I am. Then you can make an analysis of me. But don't you dare do it until that.
Clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over. Run through a motherfucker face.
The mental side of the game is taking me to the next level, and it's true confidence. It's feeding your brain elite of elite. And as I always talk about 1% and more is required, and I always say these things, but it's what I live. I see it everywhere I go because you have to constantly train your mind for greatness.
What's good, Raider Nation? Welcome to Monday Night Madness. I'm Spicy Raider Girl here with Omar, Mother Moon, Arthur, and April. We have a lot to talk about today because we are recapping training camp and we're going to get into the first preseason game. Is this the last week without Raiders football? Well, technically it's this week, right? So
yeah.
the last
week was last week.
We are excited about that. If you haven't already liked that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, and can join to become a member. If you're playing along with us, the drinking game alert is camp. You know what to do. Omar, let's go through some of these hot takes here.
Yes. I mean, QB1 right there, Cousins. Yeah. I mean, we heard what happened with Max. He got a day off, and I heard he enjoyed his day off. I heard Cousins enjoyed his day off, but I heard today he came back and lit it up. That was really good to hear. Is that he was fired up, came back today,
what
and
happened? What are we talking about?
Take throws. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. For those that didn't hear, our guy, Max Crosby, he gets a little aggressive. He's unstoppable. But at the same time, it's usually a little bit of a courtesy to pull up, not swing too much at the quarterback trying to get at the ball. And Max was like, fuck that. I want to see what this guy, he's a 15-year vet. How much can he take? And I think Max was trying, this is Omar's opinion now, is Max was pushing the envelope and see what his vet had. Hit them arms a little bit too much and Cousins, fought back a little bit and they got into it. And I think, that's how it went down. I think Max was being Max and a little too much to the max, and Cousins stood his ground and just kind of, said, hey, we're not going to do that. And so You know,
Good,
and then after
It's a
that,
mental test as much as a physical test. I like it.
Absolutely.
exactly. And here we go. The only part about this I don't like. Stand your ground, but they're two veterans, and at certain point, each of them has to kind of, you know what, walk away.
Yes.
And from what I read, that part didn't happen. They had to be pulled apart, and I believe that's why they got a day off, is because they couldn't. Because and to Kubiak's point, in a game, could you imagine losing one of these guys to an altercation in a game and they're ejected? That can lose you the game straight up.
Well, and
so
I'll say this: I like the fire from both. I like, I get it. Max goes 100%. He's going to wear a C on his chest. Has worn a C on his chest for us for years, and is going to again this year. Cousins will probably be a team captain also. But the other side of the coin is, first of all, Kirk Cousins wears a red jersey for a reason. That's got to be a stopping point. We can't go and get this guy hurt. And second of all, where's an offensive lineman stepping in and being like, what Kirk gets in Max's face, but an offensive lineman's got to step in some point and be like, hey, hold on and break this up, because like Kubiak said, we don't need our quarterback getting ejected in the middle of a game. We don't need our star defensive player getting ejected in the middle of a game. So there's got to be a teammate or somebody that's got to come over and be like, hey, I like the Fire Boys, but let's separate it. Let's run the next play, and defense, come get us. Offense, we're going to get you guys, whatever. So
yeah, keep it between the whistles.
Absolutely.
Keep it between the whistles. When that whistle blows, all righty, walk to your neutral corners.
Right.
Get ready to fight again at the next
run
down.
Your mouth a little bit as you're walking back to the huddles or whatever. I'm fine with it. I love the intensity, but, bottom line, end of the day, same team,
And I've been hearing it's been lots of intensity. Yes. If any takeaway from a lot of the talking heads that I follow and hear is that has been a little bit of a difference. It's been a difference. But one is that Kubiak.
Like, we let you jump ahead last week, Omar, because you were excited. Yeah, we let that one pass. You were still on your honeymoon. But maybe we want to react to that.
I'm excited. I can't help myself. I got diarrhea of the mouth. I'm like, blah, 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 Raiders. I'll shut up. Fine.
Okay. No, just
tell me when to go.
I just want to comment, and then ladies, if you want to comment as well. So I agree with everything you said. I'm going to take a little different spin on it, because I think this is kind of important. I kind of like that Max might have had the mindset of, I'm going to give him a taste of what he could get on that field, right? Max has been known for, especially with Mahomes, to always put his hands on him regardless of the situation. He's always going to let that know that he's there, right? Even if it's not, even if
right.
he's going to push him a little bit or touch him or whatever it is. And I think that's good preparation for someone like Cousins. Like, these guys on the other side of you, and like the teams that they're playing have a lot of dogs on their team that are going to be coming for this quarterback. Kind of slow quarterback, to be honest. He was hobbling around a little bit out there. So, hey, let them know these guys are coming for you.
Well, I agree with you. I agree. I also agree with Arthur saying, hey, they are wearing red for a reason, and which is true. I did like to hear that there was a little competition. There was some bite back, as he grabbed Max's jersey and said, hey, dude, enough's enough. So maybe that's the fight you want to see. But any tap on the arm could injure his arm. Right. We don't want to do that. But I kind of like it.
I love it.
Let's say this. It was, I'm not going to lie, in the moment, because I was actually at camp that day, in the moment, it was kind of exciting to see.
Max is in his feelings, he don't want to, he wants, maybe he saw something in Kirk Chain's, whatever, that he didn't like. And he was like, all right, you want to act like you're a tough guy? Let's go. I don't know. I love it, but I do get it. We don't want to hurt anybody. So whatever.
And I think the most important part is, let's hope they both squashed it, learned from it, got their aggressions out, and know it's there. And then, everything's going to be fine moving forward. But anyway, Omar, take it away. What's our next?
But right on that, but what you just said at the end, though, I did read that it looks like there's a much better camaraderie between the two of them today that showed up at training camp.
Max,
to that
Mosley
point,
kind of dapped him up and gave him a pat on the helmet, and Cousins knew it was coming. And I don't think there's any lingering animosity. I think that, like I said, it's good. If the fire is great, but you know what I mean? We also got to control it and understand that that's our QB1. I mean, we can't be letting our QB1 take shots like that.
Well, that's a good segue, Arthur. Let me take it from there.
Absolutely.
So yes, Kirk is going to be QB1, right? We've all QBX announced it. We know it. We've seen what's going on the field in camp. I'm a little concerned though. I will say this. I was out there several days and I'm not certain that I'm not saying he's the wrong choice. I don't know that we have a good choice right now. I'm not sure anyone is prepared to lead this team to a winning record. Fernando's just isn't ready. Okay, no offense, April, but we've seen AOC. I think he's a good backup quarterback, but he's not going to lead this team. And Kirk Cousins to me looked slow, but what I took from it, again, this is my opinion from what I'm seeing, it looked like he was heaving the ball, like he was trying hard to throw that ball. It didn't look seamless. It didn't look smooth. And then on the other end, there were a lot of drop passes too. But I'll let you comment on that. But I just want to segue to say it wasn't all bad. The running backs looked great. We'll circle back. Brock Bowers is still dominating, and we'll circle back to that. But in the I'm concerned about the quarterback room.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit something on the head that I think we saw some of. We heard good things about Doza when he had a chance to play with the ones. I believe was that either Saturday or yesterday, Saturday or Sunday, Saturday. And everything I keep reading, and it's kind of consistent around, is that he is doing well. Is he ready to start? No, not at all. To your point, Spicy. But is he where they want him to be? I mean, they pumped in crowd noises. They're doing silent counts. Yeah. So they're putting him in a lot of situations to give him as much exposure as they possibly can. But no. And I think if you think about at least philosophically of how they want to bring Mendoza along with him sitting all of this season or most of this season or hell even some of this season depending on how well Cousins plays, this is where they wanted to be, which I like the fact that this kid, hey, don't rush, master it. We're not going to rush you. We want you to master it. That's great. Where more of the pressure is on Cousins. And to your point, like you're saying that does Cousin have this new alarm? Well, I think today is the only day, though, that I heard he was making some tight window throws. He was throwing some lasers. I haven't heard that any other day, at least when they were kind of recapping. Today was the first day they really gave Cousins, to me, some praise that kind of maybe pushed him apart from the rest of the crowd, which is what we needed. You know what I mean? Because he said it, we want it, but to hear him say it, that he clearly wants to be the best quarterback in that room to start, we want to see that. And I think that's going to be something that I was a little excited to hear. And I'm going to stop right there with hearing Kubiak say we're going to see the ones play a lot during preseason.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to brag a little bit talking about quarterbacks, but we'll get there if you want to go ahead, Arthur. We'll wait.
No, I just kind of want to talk about it. I mean, I agree. I'm hoping that today is the start of Cousins kind of stringing together some good practices. We've all read about, like Spicy said, the struggles, that he just kind of looked older and looked a little slower. So, I mean, I'm hoping that now that they've had the pads on for, I think it's 4th day, 5th day of pads or something, that now he's going to start stringing together some practices. Maybe, that was Max's plan all along, is I got to light a fire under this guy. And that's what did it. So whatever the change is, I'm happy with it. It's obviously one day. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid after one day, but we'll see Thursday night with the preseason game, and hopefully, we'll read tomorrow about, hey, tomorrow was a better practice again. Cousins is stringing together some games or some days of practice, and maybe we'll see it on the field a little bit Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, still hearing competition. I love it. Hearing writers talk about the QB position in a marginal sense where they're gauging how far Cousins is. And, and right now, sorry, April. The measurement is against Doza. It's how far is Cousin ahead of Doza. And one thing, at least my expectation, that should play on Cousin's side is the mental aspect of the game. It should be a lot slower for him because, yeah, your body is going to slow down. But if you can anticipate, which let's just say is going to be that thing we look for with these receivers, because for him to anticipate where they're going to be means they are running those routes very correctly. And that's going to be something he has to rely on as a 15-year vet. He's going to have to rely, in my mind, on timing routes and knowing what these guys are going to do so that ball can be there. So he's not waiting around. And then, of course, being able to check down appropriately, because right now I'm going to say he's got a really good running back team tandem with Mike Washington and Genty. We know Genty can catch. I've heard Washington can, but I'm not going to say he can until we see it in real-time action. But we know Genty can. Genty's an excellent check down for a quarterback. So he's got a lot of tools. We already know about the tight ends. I don't even want to talk about that because, we better get that. We better see that because that'll also be his best friend as well. So he's got a lot of things. Is it going to line up? And I think that's what we'll see on Thursday.
Right.
All right, you touched on it. We'll move on to our other hot takes here regarding the running back position. But before we do that, April has got her praise, or her thanks, I should say, from her QB1. Take a
hard
listen.
work.
Hey, can you shout out my friend April? She rides hard for you.
Shout out April, appreciate you. Real one.
Hey, thank you.
Right on.
All for you, April. He knows you love him now. Look, she can't believe it. She's stuck.
No.
She's so excited she's stuck.
I cried. I'm not gonna lie. I did. So the fact that you even thought of me while you were getting that was awesome. Thank you. I was like, no way. He knows who April is now. Everybody knows I'm his biggest fan. Now he does.
Well, he does. Exactly. Now he knows.
I'm surprised. If that was his first time hearing that, I'm surprised.
Yeah. Don't take away my moment, damn it.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about that was his first time hearing that you're his biggest fan. And I'm sorry. I was specifically talking about him hearing about you, April. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Make sure I clarify.
The season hasn't even begun.
We love that. All right, let's transition here to another one of our hot takes. We are talking Genty and Washington Jr. at running back position. I'll just say this, and then I'll let you guys touch on, the two. But watching Genty at practice, he looked good. He looked really good. He was juking. He was side to side. He was getting those little hops for those extra yards. And I know they're not like hitting hard to tackle, but even then, he was still keeping those feet moving. He was going. He was catching a lot of balls. Genty looked, probably to me, was the standout camp performer, I would say.
He's looking real beefy.
And he changed his diet. He said he did a lot different to prepare for this season versus his rookie season. So that was awesome to hear because we know that those top tier guys invest a lot of money in their bodies between nutrition and fitness. I mean, you hear guys spending millions, especially at the quarterback position. So to hear a young guy like that who is like, yep, I look back on last year, he felt he could have done, just him by himself. Of course, he had all the excuses in the world with the line, but to own some of his things that he felt he could do better and make those corrections in the offseason to prepare for this season, I'm hella excited for him. So,
talking about the offense. With that. Good.
No, I'm saying I agree with that. I heard him speak and tell how he's taking care of his body. He's eating better. He's really into the game this time. So I think doing that, like you said, Omar, he's taking care of the mind, the soul, and the body. So he's looking good out there.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, hearing him talk about how excited he is about the offense too, that it sounds like that. I mean, Kubiak's drawn up a lot of plays for him in both the passing game and the running game. So, I mean, he's definitely came back with, great attitude. I heard he did like some boxing or some sort of fighting to kind of help with his leg work and his hands. So, I mean, fitness level, I mean, all that's like, man, you can tell he's definitely ready to go. And even he said, like what we've all been saying, that it's different. It's different this season. This training camp has been different than the last one I went through last year. And like I said, he's juiced about the offense, and that's what we want. We want him to be excited because it sounds like there's going to be a lot of plays in the playbook for him.
Yeah, and I think I think our backfield is going to be great. Like I say, I don't know how great Mike Washington is as a passer, but watching him as a runner, I don't have any doubt that Mike Washington, I heard that he was doing great in camp. The only thing I'm scratching my head about, man, is my guy, Roman Hemby. You know what I mean? The Raiders just released their depth chart, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, he's behind Lobb? I'm like, come on now. So I liked Hemby. So I'm really hoping that he makes the team. I know they want a veteran presence in there, but I'm like, hey, man, let the young fellas do it if they can do it. So we'll see.
In regards to Mike Washington, I can kind of touch on that a little bit, just knowing his college career. He definitely can catch. He returned some kicks in college. He was a playmaker at all levels. Like I said, he wasn't just a running back that was downhill or anything like that. The dude could catch. He's a playmaker. He's almost like a Genty 2.0, really. I mean, he can just do so much. And when he has the ball in his hands, he's exciting. It was one of my favorite picks when we did our whole draft special. That was definitely one of my favorite picks. I think it was my second favorite pick other than the Jamal McCoy pick. So yeah, I'm excited with this running back room.
Definitely. And you know who they're excited about? Linderbaum.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, they are.
All right, before we jump ahead, I like that we brought up the depth chart. I saw some it just came in as we were going live, so we'll take a closer look at that. But I do want to shout out some of the chat because we appreciate all of you. Raider Paul 836.
What up?
Raiders. That's right. Raiders. Jersey Cardinal says, "Hey Raiders, here we come. Let's make it a good one." Big Luck 3138 says, "Relax, Omar." I like it. He was all fired up. Cousins.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard.
Fired up.
It is hard.
Big Buck. All that Omar gave us, he never said camp. Drinking words. So I got to throw it in there. I was waiting. So.
Santi Williams, what's good? Salute. Big Luck says April wouldn't mind because then it would be AOC this time. Cool Kev. Salute to you.
Hello.
We appreciate you. Let's see. Fact, that was real hard. I'm not sure what that was too. That was a little while ago, but thanks
for the AOC video.
Got you. There you go. Alpha Mega Forever. What's good? Sup for Life family. And thank you for being a member of this channel. We appreciate you. And then Fernando Mendoza in the chat saying, "I came to Vegas for one reason, to win April's love."
Got a big hill to climb. Big hill to climb there.
I love Fernando.
Shit. April loyal.
Fernando.
Loyal.
All right, let's take a look at this depth chart a little bit. And again, it just came out. I don't think any of us had really have a chance to look at it, so we'll look at it together here. But the thing that I find interesting, and I hope you can read that right off the top, is the wide receiver position.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to look at. That was a big thing.
That is curious to me. Anyone else surprised at what we're seeing with this depth chart here in the wide receiver position?
Only because I've been hearing so much about Malik Benson. I am not surprised. I'm disappointed, but I was disappointed when I was hearing how Jack Besh and Dante Thornton are just, they're not looking good. They're, let's just say it. They're not looking good. And this kid is killing it.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? So, and I think Dante Thornton might be the odd man out. I mean,
yeah, that was as soon as we heard the depth chart came up, that was the first thing that came to mind. And that was honestly one of my questions, just knowing that you'd been to camp a couple times last week, Spicy, is how that battle was going, because I've read so much that Malik Benson is surpassed Jack Besh already. So yeah, I'm not super surprised by it. I think I agree. I think that Dante Thornton is he's gonna be the odd man out. But yeah, that was my biggest thing I wanted to see tonight. And just question that I wanted answered, just knowing that you were at camp and kind of maybe seeing what you saw with that Benson Besh battle.
Yeah, for me, I don't have a lot to report on that specifically. because I was all overwhelming. Like I thought overall, nobody really stood out. And there were, like I spoke on earlier, there were a lot of drop passes. So if one beats out the other, I mean, I hate to say it, it's kind of a low bar in terms of the competition between each other. So obviously we want the best guy to get the spot. And I think we all had our favorites or hopefuls, or we were hearing things, but quite honestly, I'm concerned about this position.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that statement of concern. Yeah.
I've said it all off season. We need to add a veteran wide receiver. This wide receiver room has been, I mean, just yelling out for a veteran presence. Someone that whoever the QB is going to be, whether it's Cousins or Mendoza down the road, that just a veteran wide receiver they can count on. They know that's going to run that route, and it's going to be there every time. It's going to run that perfect route, and they can come in and, like I said, guide some of these young receivers. They're young. We need a veteran receiver.
I mean, and when I say concern, it's because I thought Jack Besh and Dante Thornton would be better by now. Yeah. Given, I am still hopeful. I think we're day 10 of training camp.
Right.
And we still have several more weeks to go. And I think once you start getting to this point where there's games, I do think things start to manifest themselves a little bit more. I think we all know that this whole offense is going to be heavily relying on that line, and then with the heavy running game. That's just Kubiak style. So I think the bigger stressor is still on the line. I still will go to bat and say, hey, my guy Bowers is our number one receiver. And guess what? With the tight end being your number one receiver, you can still win a lot of games. And we've seen it happen. So I'm not critically worried. I just think it would have been a lot better for this offense to get going faster if, though, that position was a little bit tighter than what it is right now. So, like I say it's a concern, but I want to make sure I kind of, give details on what my concern is.
I feel like that's a little bit of optimistic Omar coming out, because I'm very concerned. I've been concerned about it all off season.
Offensive line, though, our offensive line looks solid.
So, there's still some battles there.
Before we move on to the defense, anyone else want to speak of any other?
I like what I'm seeing as far as the right guard, the right tackle, all that. I like the offensive line. It looks solid. Good. It does look solid.
I think Caleb Rogers may have something to say. I think between him and Charles Grant, they're pushing. I still think these guard positions are wide open, especially the right guard. I haven't heard, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I just have not heard a lot of great things about JPJ. You know what I mean? I think a lot of focus have been on DJ Glaze, because he had his rookie year was great, and then the decline in the second year, but it's not like these guard positions, in my mind, from what I've been reading, are solidified. So,
I'll say this about JPJ, Omar. The talk in camp was that he was unnoticeable. He didn't stand out, and I think at this point, this is his third season, correct?
Third season,
yeah. Yeah, the third season, he seemed hopeful. I know he got bounced around a little bit here and there and ultimately moved, with the addition of Tyler Linderbaum at center. And at the end of the day, the kind of buzz was he's not standing out. And I think we expected more from him.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I think there's still some battles there. But the longer they are in this system, going through up until the end of training camp and this preseason, I'm just hopeful that it's going to solidify, because, hey, no matter what we talk about with Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers, I think Trey Zune, we've heard him move around, and I've heard good things about him. I mean, we don't have to worry about him as a starting center, but he definitely can plug in at right guard. They've even had him at right tackle. I think they've had him almost at everything except for left tackle, I believe. So we got guys there. They're all hungry. So I just think once the dust settles, I think our line should be pretty good. Yes.
Yeah, and for me, if nothing else, with the battles that are going on and as close as they are, it just shows that we have depth this year. Someone goes down. We lost Colton Miller last year. We lost JPJ for a little while last year. So if someone goes down, the fact that a Trey Zune can fill in somewhere, at a guard position, or Caleb Rogers, if he's not starting, can come in at a guard position. I mean, the fact that this line has depth and that depth has some sort of talent is definitely huge.
That is true. Let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about the defense, because I think the biggest talk of the town has been probably at DT here with Tonka Hemingway. Who else? Edge and Kwity Paye. He's been kind of the talk of camp as well. What do you guys think of this depth chart here in the defensive position? Or side, I should say.
I like still on the. Oh, go ahead.
No, I like the secondary. I saw a little bit of what Stokes was doing in camp. I like where we're going with this. And Jeremy Chin picked off a couple passes from Cousins, so I'm excited. All I know is I care about the secondary, and I hope to see these guys with interceptions all day. I like it.
Yeah, I think for me, I still have the same question on the D line, because once they announced 3-4 defense, all I kept saying is, who's going to play the nose tackle? I love what I'm hearing from Tonka Hemingway, but Tonka Hemingway is not a nose tackle.
Right.
He's a 3-4 in, or he's a 3 technique defensive tackle. Right. So I still see us in a lot of 4-3, which is fine. Like I said, hey, but until I see someone manifest themselves, is it going to be Medino Jones or something? You know what I mean? At nose tackle, because I unfortunately I've heard JJ Pegues hasn't done very well. I haven't heard good things about JJ right now. So I'm like, okay, well, are we going to stay in a 4-3, alignment? Are we going to see some 5-2 or something like that to start, playing around with things? So that's still my question.
I'll tell you who's going to play nose tackle for us. He just hasn't gotten to camp yet. It's Vita Vea. Vita Vea is coming to the Raiders.
Man,
here's the thing. They can talk all they want that they're not going to trade him. That man ain't going to practice. So the Buccaneers are doing what the Cowboys did last year, and they're doing this. Well, if you're not going to practice for us, you're not practicing for anybody. And at the end of the month, sometime around, probably the end of August or so, just before the season starts, he's not going to practice. He's not going to have practiced all month long, and a trade is going to get done. And he's coming to play nose tackle right here for the Silver and Black in Vegas. Vita Vega's coming. Everybody just pump the brakes. We're good.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
Football gods, please, every word he just said, make that happen, please. Okay? Thank you.
Like I said, they're just playing chicken with him. Like I said, it's one of those things. Well, if you're not practicing for us, you're not practicing for anybody. But they know that. Why wouldn't they trade him? Like I said, he's going to walk out the door next year because they are going to have to franchise tag Baker because they didn't pay Baker Mayfield either. So they're not going to let him walk out the door and not get anything for him. So their best bet is to hold him out right now, not be in a rush to trade him. And then once, like I said, we get towards the end of the month, they're like, okay, well, now we're fielding offers because he's still not going to show up for us. They get the little 3rd round draft pick that we offer him and maybe a player, a 4th round draft pick and a player. And like I said, he's coming here. He wants to be here. We want him here. There's been an offer on the table for at least the last week and a half. I feel that deal is getting done.
All right, let's get her done. And we appreciate the super chat here. I'm not sure how to say this, but we appreciate the super chat. Much love for sure.
Sergey
says we finally have depth like Omar's Hennessy collection. Okay.
I'm out of Hennessy too, man.
Like I'm out. Connection or something like that. But okay. This is exciting news, right? Ooh, news. Raiders will play starters against the Arizona Cardinals. Okay.
Yes.
That's exciting. That is a preseason I think is worth going to. It's worth watching. It's worth getting excited for, and worth seeing what these guys are going to do.
Yeah.
Yes. They need it.
Yes.
We just talked about it. They need it. I mean, to April's point, been hearing lots of great things on the secondary. Massis is doing great things. Porter is trying to make a fight for it. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's sounding really good. All of a sudden, I heard that Trayton Stukes is starting to catch on now and make some plays. So I'm definitely excited to see about what the DBs do. I mean, because I think that could be a really good group. And guess what?
Hold that thought. before it's too late, I have to say, hi, Julian. He's watching. I love you. It's almost your bedtime. Catch him. Okay.
I know. He had just texted me too. And he's like, you guys are having so much fun. Tell everyone hi. So he sends his love. I got distracted there for a minute. Sorry.
But continue. I want to shout him out before his bedtime.
and one of the things, I'm like, the real McCoy. I mean, I was nervous. You know, it was a great pick. And to hear that he, you know, they started him off slow, it sounds like what they're doing is working. Yes. I mean, if they hit on this kid and they hit on Doza and bring them along slowly, come on. Two of the most important positions, you know, they're on the field to have a passing game and then to take away the passing game. I mean, so that'll be great for us. That'll be great, and I'm loving what I'm hearing with this kid. Sounds like that knee is fine. I think he's only missed 1 day of camp, and he was back after that 1 day of missing. I didn't hear too much of why he missed, but hey, to hear that he was back, I mean, that's just great right there.
A day off. I mean, he hasn't played football in a year, so they understand that, and they need to bring him along slowly. You know, there's no rush on it. I'm happy with it. Like I said, and the fact that him being brought along slowly is helping a guy like Zeke Mass to step up and maybe be that other side. I mean, it's once again, it's adding to the depth and the different things that we can do on defense with these guys. So I mean, give me a healthy Jamon McCoy and you know, let that first round talent that we think he is really start to come out. And then we have a steal in Massis. Please, that secondary is going to be nice.
And we got depth.
Yes.
What's the training thought of the tennis ball? In that last photo you showed, you had a tennis ball. Is that to know where to hold the ball, or what is that about?
I have no idea.
That was just photo? In the picture. Okay. I've never played ball.
All right, hold on. Let me go back to this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do use that in their training, but I don't want to comment on it because I don't know for sure.
Typically tennis balls with the wide receiver, just like I said, tracking the ball and everything for a wide receiver. Maybe it's the same thing with corners.
Trying to get that. Yep. So
okay.
And then one guy that we haven't mentioned either though is DeCamerion Richardson.
Right.
And I heard he's balling. So I mean, I've heard lots of good stuff about the DBs, you know what I mean, between those four guys that we just named. Of course, McCoy being the slowest of development, but like I say, on track for the slow development path that they have them on. But it really sounds like the secondary is going to be improved. I just want to see the line, because if you got a good secondary and a good line, my goodness.
Yep.
It could be fun. So
I hope so. Man, we haven't had a good secondary in a hot minute.
Right.
I love the second. I love secondary. I love defense, and I really want to see what they do this year. I hope they do a lot. It's looking good on paper.
Yep.
So let's transition here a little bit, because I think we've gotten through most of our training camp recap. Let's actually look ahead. We're talking about this game. It's on Thursday at Allegiant Stadium against the Cardinals. We're obviously seeing the reports that the starters will start. And the Cardinals didn't look so bad themselves. So what do we expect from this game? Obviously, a win, people will say it doesn't matter. I think preseason matters. I'm one of those people that rides for preseason. I think it's important to get the practice in. It's important to get all the kinks worked out. And you know what? A win is still a win. A win helps with morale and locker room juju and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I know I'm on the wrong side of this, or like not the wrong side, but on the side that doesn't typically think preseason is important. But I do, and I'm looking forward to it. What's your takeaway, or what's your thoughts?
I think it's really important. I think it's important because it helps them learn and practice earlier what they have to improve on. It's good for the mental, for the crowd and all the noise, and just getting used to their team and meshing together. I think it's and it's important to win, not just go out there and just kind of use it as a practice, but to give it all you got without getting hurt, of course. But yeah, I think it's important, and I enjoy watching preseason.
Can I just preach on what you kind of said there a little bit before the others speak on it? It's the time for the fan base to get into season form as well. Because a lot of these Vegas fans, year 7, a lot of these Vegas fans still don't know the rules.
Tell me.
So I'll be there to help them out.
Good job.
Can we make sure they understand that the wave is for baseball?
Right.
Yes, the wave
Yes.
is for baseball.
Yes.
You wear black for home games.
Yes.
When you hear
Yes.
Raiders, you yell it
Got
back.
Yeah.
Like the simple stuff, you know?
101. You got it.
I'm excited for preseason. I'm glad that they're going to be starting the starters. I don't think last year was. I think it was a mess. I think I watched the preseason games, but it wasn't like what it sounds like it's going to be Thursday. So Thursday is going to be awesome, and it's football, baby. And I don't care if it's preseason or not. I just can't wait.
Yeah, and looking at that game that Arizona played against Carolina in the Hall of Fame game, hey, Arizona was trying to ball out. I mean, they ended up losing at the last few minutes of the fourth quarter, but that was a dang on good game. So, I mean, hopefully they bring that type of energy when they see us, so that we can see a lot of different things, so that we can work out whatever kinks we need to work out. Of course, I hope we win, but I hope we win by means of being also able to work through our playbook a bit, and see some different looks from their offense and their defense, which can push us a little bit. So I'm really hoping that same energy we saw from them in the Hall of Fame game, we see Thursday. So,
yeah, I agree. I mean, for me, it definitely matters with this team. You have a new head coach, new OC, new defensive coordinator, a lot of new players on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. So we need to get some continuity going against another team, and not just, our practice defense and practice offense type of stuff. So it definitely matters a lot this year. This isn't a veteran team that knows this offense has played together for several years and doesn't need the reps. This team needs the reps.
Yes.
And I agree that they need the reps against a team like, everyone just said, has showed last week that, they could, they're out there to win and playing hard. So yeah, I think it's good that the starters are playing. Like I said, we need to get out there and do some stuff together. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't think that, they need like a full quarter or anything. I would say at this point, maybe a couple series. Hopefully they can move the ball.
I want 2 quarters.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I want the first half, man. I want the first half.
I don't need that much. I don't need that much. I need a couple series to see if we can move the ball. If they're not moving the ball, maybe. But yeah, as we progress into preseason, yeah, I could see them playing more. But this week, I just need a couple series to see that we can move the ball, see what the offense looks like. Are we opening up holes for Genty? Are we protecting the quarterback? Is defense getting to their quarterback? That sort of stuff.
I mean, if they easily walk down
the more though.
If our offense easily walks down the field on them, then maybe I would feel that way. But if we're, if we're sluggish, keep them out there. You know what I mean? Keep them out there. But if they just sit there and boom, all of a sudden walk it down to the end zone, then I'd be like, oh, okay, all right, take Kirko on out of there then.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I want to see how, like I said, fluid it is on both sides of the ball. Like, if the starters go out there and pitch a couple 3-and-outs, okay, like, no need to get anybody hurt. Let's get some of these battles that we have going on the defensive side of the ball or the offensive side of the ball. But I agree, if there's some struggles, then absolutely, you guys are going to go out there and you're going to win on either side of the ball before you come out of the game.
And, Rob Leonard, this is going to be his first game calling plays against another team ever. As a defensive coordinator. So that's going to be extremely interesting to see how he calls this game. Kubiak, I don't talk too much about Janako because it's Kubiak's offense. Sure. And far as I know, Kubiak is going to call the offense himself. So he's had plenty of experience of doing that. I mean, he did it and won a Super Bowl. So, and I think we know he's going to run the ball a lot. We think, it should be a run heavy offense, but how you do it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how both our offense and defensive play calling looks.
All right, let me get over to this super chat here. We appreciate you, Hobo Raider. Another $2. He says, yes, Carson Beck seems legit. And we're running a little incentive here. We already have, let's see, several super chats here. I believe we have
All right.
4 now. If we get 5, we're gonna go. The prize, if you will, is we're gonna go live from the open practice this Tuesday. It's tomorrow night. So we'll be live out there. Little incentive, but we always appreciate it. Again, another $1.99. I think that's an 11-8 prediction. He is definitely on the purple drinks. As
a couple of more super chats. I can
I'm just gonna call those the purple drink predictions.
12-5. Wow.
I heard somebody else is pretty optimistic this season. Omar kind of shared his love on little optimism for Spicy.
Not the only person that's optimistic out here these days.
Yeah. What, Moon? Do you still have our predictive? Do you still have our predictive records handy?
Okay, can I just say that?
Look at that. The media
I don't know where this headline came from.
Spicy is optimistic.
She's optimistic.
It's written. It's on the internet, so it's got to be true.
It's got to be true.
It's got to be true.
That's right.
That's it.
I've corrupted her soul with optimism.
We're excited.
Yeah,
we got finals. We're optimistic. Fernando Mendoza gets first team reps, and we're pumped about it. You know that's right, baby.
Sure. Nice. I love it. I love it.
It must be true.
Oh my gosh. I'll look for those predictions, Omar.
By the
I can
way,
tell you mine.
This
yeah.
Channel 13 News interviews me all the time, and I've never seen a clip of it. So I don't know if I'm like on the cutting room floor or if I just missed it.
Yeah, they did get you the other day at the Aces as well. Aces game.
They interviewed Julie and I, all of us at the Aces game, whatever that was, a couple weeks ago. But I never saw that air either. But if anyone sees me on Channel 13, please let me know.
That's funny.
As long as I can see you being optimistic on camera. So there it is.
Next time I'm being interviewed, I'm just going to throw in so many like innuendos that only you will know what they mean.
That's what I'm saying.
Only the chat will know. That's not what Spicy said last week.
Funny. Oh, Cool Kev has This Is Why. Too spicy.
Too spicy for TV.
I mean,
there you go.
That might be true.
Just a little bit.
All right, I digress. What were we talking about?
Okay. I don't know.
Just talking about Thursday. Talking about Thursday.
We were talking about predictions. 12-5. I'm sticking with it. 12-5.
I mean, I'm going to be happy on Thursday. And whether you'll be able to hear me or not, I don't know. But the moment we're in 2 tight end sets. Okay. And then here's the escalation. Don't let us go into 2 tight end sets. And then you also see a fullback out there. All right. I mean, once we do some shit like that, I mean, come on. Come on now. Everybody. I mean, everybody just, I'm going to hush next Monday. If we see this, I'm going to let y'all talk. And then you ain't going to be able to shut me up. You're going to have like 5. Well, I think that happens anyway. But still.
Here's my prediction. And if you play it in reverse, it's optimistic. 6-11.
So I'm on record as the Raiders winning 6 games with the asterisk of, I said it last week and I'll say it again. And I'm going to keep saying it. When Vita Vea comes to town, that adds anywhere between 1 and 3 wins. So I'm at 6 wins right now, but Vea will add between 1 to 3 wins to this team this year.
That's that much of a game changer, huh? 3 wins?
100%.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I like
between
it.
1 and 3. I mean, they could take it up to 7 or 8, but I don't think it takes it past 9 wins. But yes, I think Vita Vea is that much of a game changer because what he does, not just as a player, but what he does for everyone around him. It's going to open up Max. It's going to open up Kwity Paye. It's going to open up Quay Walker. It's going to it opens up so much of the defense. And then the secondary that we love, they don't have to cover as long anyways because we're getting the quarterback.
And I think what we see from the defense on Thursday is going to definitely tell right into what you're saying.
Right.
because whatever he can't do, if we don't see a lot of 3-4 alignments, if we don't see a nose tackle who is a two-gapper, then you already know. You put Vita Vea there, and it's going to open up that playbook for Rob Leonard, and at least in alignments and things like that. Because if someone can't do that, and right now I don't see anyone who can.
Right.
I would love for someone to emerge, but my one guy who I had hope for, he's gone. I don't even know what team Laki Tassi is on. So JJ was the other hopeful, and I've heard he hasn't done so well. So I think what you're saying, Arthur, we'll be able to see the lack of, and not that a defense will still be bad. I just say you might not see as much 3-4 alignment, or you're not going to see that amount of penetration coming from that nose tackle spot as you would if it was Vita Vea in there. So, yep.
That's it. So 6 wins right now, but he comes to town at the end of the month and add 1 to
9,
3.
huh?
Up
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what the hell to say for my record. Oh shit. I might be like Raider Travis, 17-0, baby. But hey, now going really quickly back to this depth chart, I just saw, because you remember we picked up Connor Hayward and I was excited. We got a fullback, but then I was thinking, that we're going to draft someone. And then I guess we got an undrafted free agent, Patrick Gerd. Anyone do any research on this guy? I just saw him. And now I know he's like 6'4". He's a big dude. I think he's like 6'4", 260, 250 or something like that. So I'm just like, okay. I hope this is I'm just like, and they got him listed at fullback, and he's the only other fullback with Connor Hayward. So, and we know Connor Hayward is a seasoned fullback, so I love that pickup. But I'm definitely interested to see what Patrick Gerd, if he even takes the field on Thursday. So I'll be looking out for that.
I can't wait to see the Tokyo Toe.
Oh yeah. He was he for some reason he brought a lot of excitement to camp, April.
Did he?
He did. I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe just because it's different. Maybe it's because it's different. I don't know.
Oh, I can't wait. Because Matt Gay is not good.
No.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Agree.
Are we talking about Tokyo Toe now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think worst case scenario, they're hoping that he may go practice squad, but I haven't heard anything good about the guy in front of him.
Well,
So
I think he's going to be our international. I think they're going to make him our international pathways player, so we can have that extra roster spot. Is what they're planning on doing with him, which I'm fine with.
Mm-hmm.
So
does that still qualify when he went to an American college though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't know the rules on that international pathway. I didn't know if they can go to college here and still be considered an international pathway. So I'm just pissed off that I haven't taught. Just pissed off. I didn't teach myself how to kick on YouTube. God dang it!
Yeah,
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's an interesting story, actually. For those who don't know, do you want to elaborate, Omar?
Yeah, I mean, this kid, his first NFL game was in Oakland and watched an Oakland Raider game, and then he fired up YouTube and began teaching himself how to kick and got a tryout, I guess, with the University of Hawaii, I believe, right?
Hawaii, yes.
Yeah, and now he's on the Raiders. So I think it's a great story. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely hope he makes the team and does great things for us. So
yeah,
I love that. Self-taught. That's how I learned. That's how I learned to play tennis. I just watched Serena. I'm so good.
That shit has not worked with my golf game. Let me tell you, that self-taught shit has not worked for me.
Well, you can't watch Charles Barkley. Come on now, Omar. You gotta watch someone else.
Self-taught. Thoughts and prayers. None of it has worked for my golf game.
Here we go. We appreciate you, Hobo Raider, with another $2. Omar, thanks for the follow-up. By the way, we appreciate you and all. We've hit our goal, if you will, or incentive, and we've gotten 5 super chats within this hour. So we appreciate you. So we're going to be live tomorrow night from the open practice. Tune in, see what's going on out there. Check it out. We'll see if there's anything new in the stadium, and also we'll check out what's going on the field and in and around the fan base and see how everyone's feeling. So look out for that.
Yes.
And then we'll go Severe. What's good, my friend? My optimistic prediction is 6 wins, but my mind says more like 4. Not worried about the results though. I just want to see some progress being made on the field as we lay a solid foundation. I think that's a great comment.
Yeah.
I cannot agree with pretty much everything more than he said just right there. I think for 6 for me is more of an optimistic prediction as well. And yeah, hopefully we can lay this foundation. We can get some consistency, not have too much overchange, and really strive for something here in the next,
I don't know. I just feel 6 wins is kind of like, we almost did that, the last 2 seasons. I mean, come on. Like, this is a different team. This is a different coaching staff. This is just different. It just seems different.
This is not combined.
Yeah.
The last 2 seasons combined.
I was gonna like,
wait, what? So
yeah. I mean, I'll put it out there. I mean,
we won 5 games 2 seasons ago. Stop it. Stop it. We won more than 2 games. We won more than 2 games last year. It was rough, I know, but I don't know. I think 6 wins kind of a slap. I'm still sticking with 12-5. I don't care.
There you go.
Don't
Love
come
it.
at me.
Stick with it.
Love it.
I believe I had 9. I'm in the middle.
I'm gonna have to go back and see who those 12 wins are, especially that tough stretch with the Bills and the Rams and the Chiefs and
Seahawks.
who.
No, the AFC. I don't
Go back to back to back to
all
back.
that. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is coming off a pretty bad injury. He just not as what it was. I don't see it. And I think we win the AFC West. How about that?
No, we get Vita Vea. I think a lot of these realistic
I hope you're right.
wins and losses are going to go way up. I think optimism is going to be on Omar level if we get Vita Vea. So
Can I just say this though? It's an interesting comment though, considering our personnel saying that Patrick Mahomes isn't what he used to be, but we're putting out Kirk Cousins.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Well, look what Clinton did with Sam Darnold. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's going to do that with Kirk, but I'm just saying it's one of those. Kirk. I mean, Sam's been in the league for how long? And he ended up with the right coach, it was the right move, it was the right team, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that Kirk is going to do things like Sam Darnold, but it can happen. Is it going to happen?
Longevity isn't an exact science, though. Right. I mean, look at everything that Tom Brady did. I mean, I think he had like one of those genetic tests where he would need tomatoes, anything that they found that would give him inflammation. I mean, he dialed himself in. He's a guy who spent lots of money, and I'm not saying Kirk is doing any of this or Mahomes isn't. You know what I mean? I don't know. But longevity isn't an exact science. One person can play hella long. Another person could just die on the vine in a matter of a few seasons. So we'll see. We'll just see. And we hope Kirk, we hope Kirk do some good things.
Oh, for sure.
Wait a minute, Spicy. You told me if the Raiders win 12, something was going to happen. What was that?
Me?
Yeah. Remember I said
I don't remember what it was, but I'll do it.
It was
April. I'll call you.
Right.
April, I'll call you, and we'll put our hands together on this thing that she'll do. We got her on the hook. Let's just stop right now.
I will do it.
Oh, that's so funny. April's gonna remember. She's gonna go back. She's gonna go back and check it out.
You can even make something up new.
We got to get creative here, April. We got to get creative.
It has something to do with sucking someone's toe. I remember.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I'm going back to a couple shows because I know, and I just was like, oh my God. I was like, okay.
At the end of the day, I hope whatever it is, I get to do it because I would love to see 12 wins. How's that?
Right? She's like, it would be a pleasure. and just speaking of Kansas City Mahomes, I think there's some good comments in the chats, but Cool Kevin saying he ain't got no receivers and he's the team I talked about that used to have the number 1 tight end in Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce, I think old girl stole his soul and okay, he's just getting old. But bruh's just getting old. And I think he's definitely lost a step. So yeah, You know, I think without someone to step up, and we definitely haven't seen really anyone who could stay out of jail long enough to replace Travis Kelce, at least within their wide receiver core. Yeah, we could have a chance. We got a chance. So.
All right. Well, we had a lot of great comments, and we appreciate you all. We didn't get to all of them, but we'll see you next week. Remember, next time, take the mic, join the madness. We want to hear from you. You don't want to hear from us. But we're going to go out for now, and we'll see you live from open practice tomorrow. But, Raider Nation, we go out one way and only
one way.
Raider. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Just win, baby.
Win, baby.
Bye, y'all.